Hey everyone, what's up? This is Iram here, and today we are going to continue our new topic, and it's about background gradients. So in the last video we have covered the background colors. In CSS we have used different ways. We have seen the different ways how we can use the background colors like RGB, hex, HSL with color name or some color coding by using hex numbers. Okay, so today we are going to continue the same topic, the background topic, but today we are going to use the gradients in our background. How we use the gradients. Actually, gradients are new image types. They are added in CSS 3. As an image, gradients are the set. Gradient are set with the background image property or the background shorthand. So there are two types of gradient functions, linear and radial. Each type has a non-repeating variant and a repeating variant. So let's see the gradient syntax, how we can use the gradient syntax. This is the syntax I'm defining here, and we are going to say linear gradient and direction. I'll explain you what is this direction in a moment. Color 1 and color 2, and I mistook something. It is direction, so we just go and color 1 and color 2. Okay, let me tell you, if you are already you have watched my videos, then you know that I'm using VS Code editor, and if you are new, then let me explain you that I'm using VS Code editor, and whatever code editor you like, you can go with that. It is not necessary, but I like to work with the VS Code editor, so that's why I'm using this one. Okay, so this is the way we define the gradient. This is the syntax. The linear gradient. Directions mean here when directions mean from left to right, or to top to bottom, to right or to left. We can use angles also, or degrees. Okay, we can use 90 degree or 40 degree or 145 degree. We can use for radials, we use radius. Okay, and color 1 and color 2, here we define the color we would like to have our gradient for. So let me give you an example. Let me comment out this syntax actually here, and here. Okay, so here I'm going to use the, let me define the markup first. Let me say div, and I'm assigning a class. My class name is simple, and this is a simple gradient, linear gradient. Okay, so linear gradient. I have defined a class simple. Let's move on to our style.css, and here I would like to go with the linear gradient. So my class name is, here the class name is simple. Let me call this class by using the dot and simple, and I'm going to start a block of code. Here I should say background, not color, only background. Okay, and I want to have this background with linear gradient, and within these parentheses I'm going to define to left. I want my gradient to be shown from the left side, and the color I want, remember I have mentioned here in the syntax, where is this? It's linear gradient. Direction, this is the direction. Okay, the linear gradient, the left to left is the direction. And now color 1 and color 2, so I want to go with the color, let me say blue and yellow. Okay, or we can use, okay, in the other example we will use the degrees to make it more easier for you guys to understand. Okay, let's go to the browser and check how it is shown there. Today the speed of my internet is not so good. I think it has some problem. Okay, so you can see the background, gradient background. This is a simple linear. I have mentioned to left, so from left side this is from the left. And here let me go to my code and I will explain you in a better way. So to left, blue and yellow, so it is working in the same way as I have mentioned there. There is another way we can create a diagonal gradient also, by declaring both a horizontal and vertical starting points or starting positions. So let's go back and let's have another div. I want to assign it a class diagonal, and this is a diagonal. The spelling of my diagonal is not correct. Yep, the diagonal gradient. Okay, the class name is diagonal, so let me copy the class name to avoid the spelling mistakes. So here I'm going to say diagonal and block of code block, and I am going to say background. Spelling of my background, sorry for this. And here I want to have a linear gradient parenthesis, and I want to have it to left and top. Okay, so and I just want to go with some other color, red, and with red, which one would be, I'm not going to go with the black, red, and let's go with the blue and yellow. Actually, top, blue, yellow, and I would like to have a horizontal line break. Okay, so I want to go with a horizontal line break to differentiate between these two. So here we go. What happened here, what we have done here, you can see, let me zoom it a bit, and okay, so you can see, or it is too much I think. Okay, so this is the diagonal gradient, and if you guys noticed, it is going from the top to left. Actually, how here in my, you can see linear gradient to left, top. Okay, so it is defining to left and top, so it is going upwards from left side to upward, and it is getting darker and darker. So this is the way we can define the diagonal linear gradient. We can use different numbers of gradients, like a rainbow gradient, and we can use other numbers, different colors. So for that, let me go and make up another. Here I should go just to line break, and div excuse me, I want to call this class rainbow, and this is multi multi-line, multicolor actually, gradient. So okay, here my class name is rainbow. Let me, if you guys cannot see, let me, okay, now it is more clearer. Class is rainbow, and I'm going to call this class here the rainbow class dot rainbow, and just a background. Okay, and the background could be again linear gradient. This time I would like to go with the right side, so I should say to right, and I want to go with some different colors: red, green, pink, orange, and let me go with the powder blue. Okay, and let me keep it, okay, it is visible to you guys. What I've done here, I'm going to use different colors to the right direction. Okay, so let's move on to the browser and see. You guys can see, you can see powder blue and orange and pink and green and red. So this is also the way we can use, but it looks very funky actually. It looks good also. We can use some kind of dividers, but I don't think we can go with this thing. Just for learning point of view, it's okay. Now let's practice. Let's practice and learn some radial gradients. And for that, I should remove this code. Not the syntax, but this code. And let me clear all this from here. Now here I'm going to start a radial gradient, and for radial gradient I should go with the div class, and it is radial. Okay, this is an example of radial gradient. Let me save it. The class name is radial here, so I should say radial. And okay, I was just checking my spellings. Background, and the background is radial. Before we were writing here linear, but now we are writing radial gradient. And for radial gradient, it's a simple one. Let's use two colors, blue and yellow. As you know, as you guys know that for radius, for radial we have to define radius, but right now we are not. It's a simple one, so let's go and check that what's going on here. How does it look like? You can see it is a midpoint. Okay, this is the middle of our div, and we can see the effect of the radial gradient. The linear was in a line shape, and this is in the circular shape. Shape of gradient values are circle or ellipse, and by default it's ellipse. You can see it's an ellipse, and we can define some farthest corners also by describing the keywords, how big the ending shape must be, or values are closest side, farthest side, closest corner, or farthest corners. Sorry, farthest corners and closest corners. We can also define top left, sets the position of the gradient center in the same way as background position. Okay, So the next one we can go with the with the farthest corner. Okay, so here let me have an horizontal line. Okay, div class, and I want to just call it corner. Okay, this is to define the farthest corner. Let me save it. I have a corner class here, and let me call the corner code block background, and let's say radial gradient. I should say circle farthest corner. So okay, it's not farther, it's farthest actually. So farthest corner, and at top left, and let's go with red and yellow. Okay, now let me save it, moving back to my browser, and nothing happens here. Why? I think I mistook somewhere. Let me check. Circle farthest radial gradient. I mistook here. I shouldn't use this. Actually, this hyphen sign here. It is top left, but it should be, there should be a space, not a hyphen. Let me save it. Okay, so you can see it is showing the farthest corner, and I have defined the red and yellow color. So the red is getting orange, and then it is going to yellow. So I think I have defined you this one in a nice manner. Let's try another one with a repeating variation, because we have done this one is the non-repeating variation, and this should be the last one for the repeating a variation by using repeating variation actually. Okay, so let me have a break here. Div, let me send a class, and let's say repeat. This is to show repeating excuse me, variation. Let's have a repeat class here. Background, and for the background I should say the repeating radial gradient. Repeating radial gradient. Okay, and here let's define red and blue. I want to show this blue. Okay, let's go with the same color actually, red. I want to have this red here, could be 20% red. Okay, and I would like to go with the yellow again. It's not my favorite, but I don't know why I'm using it again and again. And here I want to have a 10% of yellow. Let's save it. Back to the browser. we cannot see any change because let me change some colors here. This 20% should be 50% and this 10% could be 50% also. Repeating radial gradient, the red and the red should be 50%, then yellow and the yellow variation of the yellow could be 20%, or I should use some percentage here also. It could be 40% here and 50% there. Let's save it. It's not showing. There should be some problem. Let me use another number. There could be a problem with the number, and yes, it was. So I found that it was very mixed. That's why I should change that. I should change the color, and you can see that this is the radial repeating color. Okay, it is repeating repeating radial gradient. Okay, now let's move on and check with the degrees how we can use the colors with the degrees. And here let's have a horizontal line break, div, assigning it a class, and it should be degree. This is to define degree. Okay, and here the class name is degree, and let's see if my class name is correct. Okay, it is. Background, I was working on another project and all those things are getting by the things I've used before in my project. Those things are getting by my Emmet. So IntelliSense is just giving me the points to use that. And repeating linear gradient, and let's say minus 45 degree. I should use orange, and I would like to go with blue, and this time I want to have a 10% of blue, orange, blue, and let's go with, okay, I think I don't need to go with more colors. Let's save it and let's see. So the angle 45 degree minus 45 degree I've used, and it is showing me the gradient with in the same angle. Okay, because as I've used the minus 45 degree. Hope you guys got the point, and we can set the directions also for this degree also. Okay, by using the degree we can set the directions, but I think it's enough for today. Hope you guys like the video and it is helpful to you. If you want to have any question, then just let me know in the comments below. Do subscribe the channel if you like the video, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe again. Okay, see you next time with another video. Bye bye, hasta la vista, and ciao ciao.